Hi there, welcome back to Fully Blessed. I'm Amanda, and this is the channel where we discuss timeless truths about issues that are important to women of faith. And today, we're talking about a big one. We're talking about modesty and clothing. I feel like this is something that many of us have heard a lot about already in our life, particularly if you grew up in the church and you grew up in a Christian household. But it's a very important issue, and it's kind of been on my mind a lot lately, so I just wanted to share some thoughts with you today. So I've got two parts to this film today. The first one would be going back to the Bible and what the Bible has to say about modesty and clothing and why that's important, and then some practical everyday life things to consider as we pick out our outfit for today. So going back to the Bible, at the very beginning is actually where it starts. We go all the way back to the book of Genesis. In the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve sinned, the first thing God did was kill an animal to provide a covering for them, to make clothes. So clothing is supposed to be a reminder of our sin and a need for covering, a need for blood covering to take away that sin, that shame. So wearing clothes is a reminder of that, and consequently wearing less clothing could be considered a denial of that need. And of course, in the New Testament, many of the verses that we're probably more familiar with exhort us to be modest, to dress decently and godly and appropriately in a way that brings honor to God and really highlights our inward character, which is the most important part anyway. So those are some important things to keep in mind as we continue on. So some practical thoughts about clothing might be, I realize this is somewhat subjective because what I think looks good might be different than what you think, but some things I feel like are true across the board would be to consider how your clothing fits your body, to make sure that it fits you well. I'm a pretty petite person, so I don't generally wear big, baggy, oversized clothing, even though it's very popular, because I don't feel like it looks good on my small frame. So just something to think about as you choose what you're going to wear today. Another thing to consider is that while it might also be somewhat in style, it's generally a rule that clothing that looks neat and not raggedy or very worn also looks better. You just simply look more put together and you look more well-dressed when your clothing looks neat and tidy. It also looks better on you when it suits your body shape. So considering how you are built and making sure that it fits your body type and that it fits you well is very important. And my final point, this will also help draw attention toward your face. Your countenance should be what draws people's attention and where people's focus is directed. Or maybe it's more important to remember that it should not be drawing attention away from your face. As you're talking with people, as you're going through your day, that's where you want people focusing. So consider that as you're choosing your outfits too. So something else to consider might be when you're picking out an outfit or buying something new from the store, what do you really like about this outfit? Why are you so excited about wearing this and having this? That might be a really telling thing too. So some of my own thoughts, which I think are supported by biblical concepts, might be that your body doesn't only belong to you. It belongs to God first and foremost. And if you're married, it also belongs to your husband. So it's not our own to do with whatever we please. Our body also is very special and precious and should be protected. You know, it's great to have body positivity, and that's wonderful. You know, God made you beautifully as you are, but that doesn't mean that we need to share it with everyone. Think about like a precious painting or even like the crown jewels. Not everyone gets to see those. Not everyone gets to touch and handle those. Those are special things, and when they're very expensive and precious and special, we protect them. We keep them guarded. So your body is no different. So just something to think about there. And our goal should not be, especially when we are choosing our clothing, should not be where is the line and how close can I get to it? Rather, where is the line of what God would say is right or good? And I don't even want to come close to crossing that line. So just some encouragement encouragement for you today. I hope that this has been a blessing for you. If it has, please like and subscribe. Share it with a friend who might also need this encouragement. I bet you know quite a few in your group. And please remember, too, that you are fully blessed because of the work Jesus has done in your life. So go and be a blessing today.